Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Penguin Academy news update, and this time it's a leak. I don't know where this came from or how it came about, but it looks pretty real, so we're going to go ahead with it as if it is real. This is the leaked Dwarf roster. Big changes. Big changes. So, the stats are the same, for the most part, as far as I can see. Stats are the same. However, here we go with the skill changes. First up, Dwarves do lose tackle. We were all expecting it. We've been asking for it for decades. There was no need for Dwarf Longbeards to have tackle. Oh yeah, I can see that. Thank you. Yeah. So that's the big thing. But they've swapped it for defensive, which looks good until it's not. Because I don't think this is going to be. Because if you scroll to the right, strength is a secondary skill, which means they no longer have primary access to guard. And I'll be honest with you, regardless of scrolling down the rest of this, I think this team's in the bin. I think Dwarves are now dead in the water. Defensive does not help you against the higher strength teams. What are they supposed to do against lizards? What are they supposed to do against Tomb Kings? You can see below that there's going to be some strength access, but it does not matter because those teams also have strength access. They're not harder to hit because they're only strength 3. All the lizards have 2 dice on them anyway, and none of them come with guard to defend themselves. This seems like they've put dwarves in the bin. Just straight in the bin. Just based on the Longbeard change. I've been talking about it for the past week in forums, on different discords. Like, the strength access was the big thing that they would have to try and balance if they took it away. And they took it away and they haven't balanced it by looking down. We'll have a look down now. The Dwarven runners, same stats. They've got sprint to go with sure hands and thick skull. General and passing access, no strength. Sprint, sure. I mean, does that really matter? No, not at all. That's nothing, is it? Just a random extra skill for no reason. Yes, so the thing is, Jim and I have talked about this in the past. Old Dwarf Blood Bowl, dwarves used to be the ones with the secret weapons. Like that was what they were known for, cheating. They would be the ones bringing on the chainsaws and stuff. That's why there is a chainsaw dwarf. So the fact that the dwarf linos in the Discord, Jaeger, the fact that the dwarf linos have primary access to devious is kind of interesting, but we'll have to see what the devious skills are. Yes, no agility access at all there, which is pretty crazy. No dodge at all available for the entire team. Like, if this is real, it's crazy. Like, it genuinely feels like we're playing a completely different game here. Like, if the other rosters of this changed, when we get the full rosters, we're all learning a new game. This is a brand new meta. Which I think is great, by the way. Listen, I'm a dwarf main, right? unapologetically, if you're one of those people out there who've bought into the meme of hating dwarves or whatever, I don't care. Uh, like, but I don't care if my team gets nerfed. Like, that's just the way it is sometimes. We had 30 years of Wood Elves being the best. We had 2 years of Underworld being the best. We've had years of Amazons being the best now. I don't care if my team, my particular team, gets nerfed. I'll play one of the other teams. Or I'll play the nerfed team. Who cares? That as long as the meta changes around so that there are new teams on top, new teams below, like, it's fine. As long as the game isn't broken. So that's completely fine. I don't care about that. But this does seem very much like dwarves are in the bin. No dodge for the entire team, including the runner. No strength access for the linos. I don't know if devious access is going to make up for it or not. Are dwarves now going to become a fouling team? Like, is that going to be a thing? The blitzers do get tackle and diving tackle, but they are agility 4+. They are no longer agility 3+. So now only really the runners can carry the ball, which is making this team more expensive all the time. Because you basically can't get away with one runner anymore. You've got to take the second runner. If he's the only one who can pick the ball up. So this team is looking absolutely demolished. And yeah, okay, the blitzers get strength access and they get extra skills for less money, right? They've agility busted them to keep the price down. Oh yeah, they're not unsteady. The blitzers can pick the ball up using the secure the ball. Nice. Okay, I forgot about that already. Okay, fair enough. You can possibly still get away with the one runner then. Possibly. And, block, diving, tackle, sure. General and strength, sure. But there's only 2 of them. That's not going to be enough. And then the Slayer's in here. And I was hoping I'd see the same as on Grim Ironjaw. Hatred big guy. Hatred troll, just because they're a troll slayer, is super lame. Like, super lame. Nobody gets dodge on this team, PC. I've moved on to the Slayers, though. They get general and strength access. They get secondary access to Devious, which is weird. But Hatred, specifically Troll, is stupid. That should really be big guy. It's crazy that it only comes into account because they happen to be... Troll Slayers are not called Troll Slayers just because they only fight trolls. That's not law-based. That's stupid. We don't know yet, Mordred. So, yeah, I don't like that. And then we move on to the Death Roller, and it has now been confirmed they've removed the +2s. We thought it did with the leaks with the cards. Mighty Blow just said Mighty Blow, not Mighty Blow +1. And now we get the Death Roller, and it only has Dirty Player, not Dirty Player +2. It does, however, have primary access to Devious. So unless they've nerfed Sneaky Git, it has primary access to Sneaky Git. But it does still, and its loner has dropped to 4+ from 5+. But it does still have everything else. Maybe break tackle change will be back. Maybe break tackle will be good on it again. But it's expensive, and they haven't made the others cheaper, have they? So I still don't see how you're going to end up with a Death Roller team. No ball is just no hands, Mark Loud. It's the new rule for no hands. They just called it no ball. I mean, it did make a little bit more sense to call it no ball because the Death Roller guy does have hands, doesn't he? He's driving the Death Roller. You could easily imagine giving him the ball and just carry on his lap. And then the last change is rerolls have gone up to 60k, which is kind of annoying when they've nerfed the team. What is it with nerfing teams and like the worst teams having the most expensive rerolls? So overall here, just on a like purely looking at this on its own basis and not like comparative to any others because we don't have any other leaks, this team looks dead. I'm sure there will be lots of sad people who've bought into the meme of hating dwarves who will be happy that dwarves are dead. But there was no reason to, right? They were a solid team. They weren't ever like OP or whatever. So it's a bit sad to see like a team that didn't need being nerfed. But, you know, it happens. It happened to the Chorfs too. Like the Chorfs got nerfed for no reason. Sure, Zerkness, but it's hard to see how the other teams can be nerfed to this level. Like it just can't. It's just hard to see that, right? Because they have big guys like lizards, black orcs, tomb kings. They have 6 or 7 access to guard. You can't take it away from them. They're strength 4 players. They're going to have strength access. So what are dwarves supposed to do against that? There is a special rule for brawling brutes, but we don't know what it is yet, so there's no point in talking about it. Maybe it'll be good. I just don't see. I'm pretty positive this team is dead. I just don't see how they fight bigger teams. I just literally don't see it. Yeah, I mean, maybe the leak is true, but we'll wait and see. And it doesn't matter anyway, does it? Defensive will sort out 0 of the guard, right? Because those teams are already strong. You needed guard to defend against them, not the other way around. You'll line up against 6 lizards with all of your defensive and cancel all of their guard, and they still just 2 dice block you all the way along the line because you have no guard. And even if you have a couple of guard like the Blitzers to slot in, they'll just diagonal block them out the way and then block the rest. Like it's dead. You can't fight bigger teams now. You don't have up to 5 guard. You're not taking the Death Roller. It's too expensive. And if you take 2 Slayers, you've got 2 Armor 8 pieces on the team. Nobody takes 2 Slayers for that reason. 2 Slayers is like the meme version of Dwarves. So you don't want to put the Slayers in to guard. When you take Slayers on a Dwarf team, you don't give them guard anyway, usually. Since now, Jaeger, keep up, will you? This is a strength 3 team fighting over strength teams. It needs guard. I mean, you will have to take 2 Slayers, Smith. They've got nothing else, are they? What's the point? The Linos, what are they doing? Unless the only saving grace is there's some stuff in the excuse me, there's some stuff in the devious category we haven't seen yet that will help out. That's the only saving grace I can even dream of. The fact that dwarves have primary access to devious, the only saving grace I can think of. Is there something in the devious category that can save dwarves? But I just don't see it, right? Hey, shadowing is 4+ now, Moomin. Dwarves are fine with it. Yeah, I don't... Like, I literally don't see what you do against lizards with this team. Like, what do you do? They just walk up to you, and then you're screwed. You can't do anything. Like, they've reduced the overstrength on orcs, but that's going to put orcs in the same probable position as dwarves. The overstrength teams are now going to rule. Tomb Kings are being buffed every second. Every new thing we see come out, Tomb Kings are getting better. Chaos, Nurgle, Lizards, Black Orcs. Everything with strength is going to get better if you remove strength access from the other teams. That's just how Blood Bowl works. The strength 3 teams need strength access for guard to fight the strength 4 teams. Because the strength 4 teams almost all need to spend their first skill on block. So they take block, you take guard, and it keeps you balanced. They take guard, you take mighty blow. So that you can get a stun and remove, like, or, you know, remove one of their players for a turn or forever. You know, you're always one step ahead. That's how the balance was working. But now that's gone. It just does. That would be insane, wouldn't it? If guard was in general, every team would be 11 guard. This is the only leak, Quincy. And Pat. Right. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm going to just leave it there. We'll talk about it more, but this is the end of the video. Hope everyone enjoyed the Dwarf leak. I will see you next time.